so we're gonna get back to the convention card, but what I wanna do first is something that I think is more useful, because it's just how you think
Right in there
at the
somewhere.
bridge table.
On
And
the back of it or
you should be able to figure out what your bids mean. And a common thing is, a lot of these bids sound the same, but they're not. And if you could, and hopefully I'll help you figure out why they're not. So what I have here is 4 auctions. What they have in common is your partner doubled, and now it's up to you. And I have 4 hands on the right-hand side. And what I want you to do, and I'll give you some time to do it, is figure out which hand, these are not your hands, these are your partner's hands. Which of those hands does your partner have for this auction?
So partners, north, or is partner north?
Yeah, your partner's north, right? Like in this hand, your partner was the dealer, and good thing you said that, and they passed, right? So that's what they did when they were the dealer. They passed to begin with. East bid a diamond. We're not really concerned with your hand because I assume you could figure out what you have when you're looking at it, right? So whatever you have, you passed. West bid a heart.
Spades or clubs?
Your partner doubled.
Yeah.
Pick from those hands which ones you think it is.
A.
Well, it could be C too. What you
I'll
think
give
with
you a
us?
few minutes.
Could be.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep.
Spades and clubs.
I think
It could
C.
be A or
Or could be D too.
Yeah, I'm an
Well.
optimist.
You can see they're all way different hands.
No, I think B's got too many points to pass to begin with, huh?
Which one, D?
B has got too many points to pass the original 1, 2, 3, 4,
I think A does too.
10.
A would have opened.
So
Says West
C
bid.
C
A
could
didn't-
pass
A
with
didn't
11
pass.
points, and then they've got spades
It's
and
gotta be
clubs.
A, C,
Yeah.
or D.
9, 10, and B
Say
didn't
D.
pass.
D.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't count the points. I
Maybe
was-
no trump.
I was
Gotta
just
be
looking
taken
at this.
all
page.
Okay, it's not no trouble. It's which hand can your partner have
Yeah.
that, given that they doubled, you're trying to match up the hand with the double. Right? We're not asking you what you should bid because I didn't even show you your hand.
Right.
These are not your hands. Those are the possible hands for your partner. Okay? So, in this auction, your partner opened to the pass, right? They dealt and passed.
Negative everywhere.
And then East bid a diamond, you passed. West bid a heart, and now partner is doubling. Which of those 4 hands matches that double?
How about C?
C.
Well, what you know for sure,
Yeah, I go with C.
what you should be thinking about, you know for sure that your partner does not have an opener, right?
Right.
You just say pass, right?
Right.
Like, you can't screw it up and fix it on the next bid. That's not how bridge works. So if they didn't bid the first time, they don't have an opener. So it's not an opener. And now they're doubled. The other thing you should be thinking about, East bid a diamond. So East could pretty much have anything, right, when you open a diamond, right?
Yeah.
One of a minor, they could have anywhere from a good 11 to like 22 points, right? So they're unlimited. This is West bid a heart. That's forcing, right? It's a new suit by responder who has never passed. That's forcing. So East and West both have unlimited hands, right?
Well, I wouldn't say West has an unlimited hand.
Yeah,
They
it's
passed
unlimited.
initially.
No, they didn't pass.
Oh, I thought
Your
the
dealer,
line was across.
your partner passed to begin with. This is
Okay.
West's first bid, is the heart.
Okay, I saw
Your-
the West with the line underneath it, I thought that was a pass.
No, it wasn't their turn to bid.
Oh,
The first
okay.
bid was,
All right, that's why I mistook.
yeah, that's a good thing you brought that up. The first bid that happened, so West and East are both unlimited bidders, right? So when you step into that auction, that's called a live auction, right? The opponents can have everything that you don't. And you better have a pretty darn good
I would
hand.
say yes, you know.
So that's what you should be thinking about. West, your partner just stepped into a live auction where you could have absolutely nothing, right? So they better, but they passed, so they should have what? Close to an opener.
Close to.
Close to an opener. And
C does.
the other two,
I'm saying
A would have opened,
Yeah, A has opening points.
would not have
Yeah.
passed.
Ace, no hearts. Stopper and diamond, yeah, I'm saying
It's got 14 points though.
He would have opened, not
They
passed.
should have
They will
opened
open with 14 points.
And we're talking about,
A will
oh, he's
open.
come back in doubles, is that what you're saying? Okay.
They passed.
I understand, that's right, can't have that, no, you're right.
okay, so which one did you agree on?
C gets my vote.
Which
I'd
one?
say C.
C.
See,
11 points.
that's the near opener, right?
Near.
Yeah,
With clubs and.
Okay. That's what you all voted for, C?
yeah.
I like D.
You like D.
D.
Which?
Too many points still.
D.
D? Okay, we got votes for C. And we got votes for D.
She said
You
D.
got, that's an opening
No, she
hand.
said D.
Oh,
D.
C.
No, I thought it said B.
D.
Oh,
D.
D.
That's
That's
7
D.
points.
Okay, any other votes?
Yeah, okay, C.
That's 6 points. Maybe that's too few for
D is awful weak.
3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6,
We're
7, 8,
doing
9,
it.
10,
Yeah,
11.
awfully weak.
11 points. Couldn't open, but close to
Yeah.
opening, so if you
Yeah.
come back, and, yeah.
And those are both reasonable choices. Like D is, when you're bidding this, your singleton, all of a sudden your hand got better, right?
Yeah.
So when you do that, it's weak in terms of an opener, which is correct, but if your partner bids any other suit, and you don't really expect them to bid diamonds, but they might, this guy might only have 3 diamonds to do this, right? It could be 4, 4, 3, 2. Right, 4 spades, 4 hearts, 3 diamonds, 2 clubs. So whatever they bid, you're gonna have 4 trump for them, so that's a pretty good hand. So D is a reasonable choice. And C, yeah, they bid diamonds and hearts. And you don't have either of them, like only a bad partner would bid diamonds, right? And you should be telling them spades and clubs and near opener. So I would say that both of those would be okay answers. You know, I don't think either one would be wrong. Okay, 2. 1 heart pass, 2 hearts pass, West passes, and now your partner doubles. I'll give you a second to think about it, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Get you, thank you. I couldn't quite see the card layout there.
So hearts.
Okay, let me talk for a second, and I'll let you think some more. When they bid 1 heart, they're unlimited, right? When this hand bids 2 hearts,
Limited.
that's weak, right?
Very weak.
2 hearts is,
Six,
you can pass 2 hearts, right?
Yep.
2 hearts is 6 to a really bad 10, right?
Yeah,
That's what 2 hearts means.
yeah.
So you're telling your partner, you have enough to say something, but you don't have much to say, right? That's what 2 hearts is saying.
Minimum.
And then they pass and it says, hey, if you're at a minimum, even if you have a bad 10, I'm not looking for game, we're done. So both of these hands are limited, unlike the first hand, when both of them were unlimited. They're passing. Now your partner doubled. That's what, if your partner would have passed, what happens? They get to play 2 hearts, right? It's almost always wrong to let them play 2 hearts when they have a fit. And this hand more than likely has 5 hearts, and that one has 3 hearts, right? At least, right? They're playing in at least an 8-card heart fit, right? They're gonna make it almost all the time. And if you keep letting them play 2 hearts, you'll have a 15% gain. So you almost never let, and this is a dead auction, right? Once, if you pass the 2 hearts, they get to play 2 hearts. It's not like the last one where it was a live auction, right? Both hands were unlimited and they were gonna be bidding some more. They're done bidding. So when you double here, that's called a balancing double, right? You're saying, I'm not letting them bid 2 hearts, play 2 hearts, and all you're promising is pretty much 8 points. That's all you're promising there. Like if you only have 4 points, and that's probably too weak to balance. But if you have 8 points, that's enough to balance. So this is a balancing double. Telling your partner, what? Bid something, right? Like you're not penalizing 2 hearts, but you're not promising a lot, right? Like if you had a lot,
There. Yeah.
you would have doubled the first time, right?
Right.
When you don't double the first time, again, you can't undo what you did. It can't be, well, I found another ace, right? That could never be the answer. So you didn't find another ace, but you're not letting them play 2 hearts. And you could have a pretty ratty hand, but you should be, what, short in hearts. Like they ended up bidding your suit, right? You don't need to balance if you're looking at 5 hearts in your hand or 4 good ones.
Yeah.
Anytime you're playing in your suit, you don't leave them alone, right? But here they're not. So what are the which
How about
hand
D?
fits?
I vote for D.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah, D, right? It doesn't have any high card points.
And the criteria of 2.
And it's not, you don't really want to bid any of those suits, right? So D would fit. Any other choices that would fit?
C, I think they should jump and give a limit rate, so that's why I don't think that one, but otherwise the cards are good, but
Limit
they
rate.
have more points than just a two-heart bid.
Oh,
So I don't think C's good for that.
That's not the responding hand.
Oh, it's not the responding, okay, it's
That's
your
your
partner.
Yeah, what we're
Okay.
saying, which is your partner's hand, right?
Okay. I was
So it could
confusing.
be D, any other choices that make sense.
C.
Which,
C does too.
see?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
C
could
would
be as
double
good as
first
C,
time.
right?
Yeah.
C would make sense also, right? That'd be kind of on the top of the range. And this is kind of on the bottom of the range.
either one would work.
Yep. Any other choices, right? So, 3. West deals, spits a diamond, your partner passes, he spits a heart. You pass, West spits a no trump, partner doubles. What do they got?
spades.
Okay, I'll let you think about it for a second.
Pass, yeah.
Okay, let me tell you something that might help. West spit a diamond and you passed.
Mhm.
Does that mean you have a weak hand?
No.
No, no, it's,
No.
could be you,
Don't have
You
five
could have a
cards.
near opener, but just don't
yeah,
have a
you
suit
don't
to
have
it.
5-card suit.
You could
or-
have a near opener, but not.
Even more than that. This hand might even be an opener.
Yeah,
Why would he pass then?
Because,
didn't have
They
a
don't-
5-card suit or?
no, you need to have a bid. Like if you have an opener, you can't pass it if you're the dealer. But if they bid a diamond, for you to bid, you have to have something to bid. What's something to bid? Well, if I have 15 to 17 in flat hand, I'm gonna bid a no trump, right? If I have a 5-card major, I'm gonna bid it, right?
Right,
If I have a 5-card club suit and it's halfway decent, I'll bid 2 clubs. If I don't have any of those things, say I have
A diamond's.
a 14-point hand, well, they bid a diamond, right?
Right,
So you probably have diamonds. in
Well, I
this
might
pass.
have diamonds, or I just might not have a suit to bid.
Right.
I just might not have a bid, so I can have an opener, but less than 1 no trump, right? If I have 1 no trump, I'm gonna bid that. So I could still have an opener, and that's kind of important here when your partner passes, because it kind of fits with a lot of things that we talk about. When your partner passes this, don't assume that he doesn't have an opener. So later on, you might need to balance, right? To stop your partner from being wiped out and not playing with you again. So, so your partner could have an opener here. He might very well have diamonds. Or he just might not have a suit. Or he might not have 3 in all the suits where he could double, right? If I double a diamond and I happen to have 2 spades, right? What's my partner gonna bid most of the time if I'm looking at 2 spades?
Spades.
Sure, right? Somebody got the spades, right? They don't have it, you don't have them, right? That only leaves 2 people. They're gonna bid spades. And say they have 4 spades and you lay down 2 of them, you'll be looking for a new partner, right? So you have to be able to, this hand needs to have a bid, and having an opening hand is not enough in second position. So you don't know anything about partners hand other than they can't bid 1 no trump and they don't have a bid, but they could very well have an opener.
so he could have, A could be a hand,
Did what?
A could be a hand.
Hey, yeah.
Opening with no hearts.
Okay,
And how about,
A,
how about a C? Although I think he would have opened a club, oh, he overcalled a club, he's got 1, 2, no, he
He doesn't have five.
C,
Mhm.
C doesn't, yeah, so A and C both.
Yeah.
Any other choices? Okay, let's.
What about pass?
No, we're asking which of these hands is possible.
I know, but you got 5 hearts and a singleton spade. Leave the double in.
Here, for,
For no
Gee.
trump?
For,
A
No.
part for B.
Well, the
When
no
he
trump
doubles,
has been
you
bid.
come back to your bid, maybe it's a pass for penalty.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hearts and diamonds.
So if you
Yeah.
had,
well,
oh, that,
If you had hand B, you're saying pass?
yeah.
That's a possibility to me.
Well. At that level,
okay. So they bid 1 diamond, your partner passes, they bid a heart, pass, and when they bid 1 no trump, they have a minimal opener. So if they double, they're telling you to bid something.
Okay.
And it's a takeout double, and they're asking for the other suits. So with A,
no.
you have the spades, you have,
diamonds, but they could have a short diamond, so you get the diamonds and you get the clubs, you get everything but
yeah,
hearts.
like they could have only 3 diamonds, but preferably, most of the time you're gonna have 4. So if your partner bids a diamond, they better have at least 5 of them, right? But in terms of you can do it with A, right? You're good in these 2, and
Yeah, it would not be B because I forgot about the 1 no trump bid over there.
okay.
So,
So when your partner passed, why didn't he double, right? He has an opener, right? Why did he pass the first time?
cause he bid diamonds and he had a good stopper in diamonds.
Usually,
5.
if you have a choice of bidding and passing, you bid. So you're right, when you're bidding your suit, but they're probably not gonna end up in diamonds, right? But what's gonna stop you from bidding every time? Well,
You
just
can't-
looking at the A hand,
You can't,
when they bid a diamond, if you double now, what do you think your partner's gonna bid?
hearts.
Hearts, right? You only got 1 of them, the heart's gotta be somewhere, right?
Exactly.
And it's not gonna be good for you, right?
Sure.
Now, you're stuck, right? Your partner bid hearts, you're not strong enough to double and bid, right? If double and bid means what?
19.
18 plus.
17.
17 plus.
17, or double and
I
bidding,
thought it was 19.
when you make them bid. And some people, there's always some wiggle room, but roughly a good 17, you could double and bid. But you don't have a good 17 there, and if they bid hearts, the best you could do is just let bid and let the clock run out. But other than that, you're trapped. So that's why they would pass the first time. So A is a reasonable bid, and none of these are 5-card suits, right? You don't really like to overcall with a 4-card suit, although you can always use your judgment, right? Like if I have 4 of them, the ace, king, queen, I'm overcalling. I don't care if I don't.
Yeah. Have all the
But in general, it's 5. But just because you're playing what you're doing most of the time, bridge is a game of judgment, right?
Yeah.
Like if you got 4 to the ace, king, queen, that's usually as good as 5. I'm pretty sure your partner won't be disappointed when you lay that down, right? Okay, so it could be A, that's a reasonable choice. How about C?
Basically, it's with and heart.
Yeah, but basically they're big diamonds and hearts, and those are the two suits you don't have.
Mm.
So again, that's,
C gets my vote.
yeah, so those would also make sense. All right, let's go down to the last one. And it's the last one because it's the hardest one. Well, you don't usually start with the hardest one, right? Okay. They bid a heart, your partner passed. East bids a no trump, you passed. West bids two hearts, and now you're doubling. What are you doing?
Penalty.
Well, is East passing at double?
Let's see. That's a good question.
You know what West has, so.
It doesn't show what East is doing, but we'll assume they passed.
Okay.
Mark that down.
Of course, that's also if it's forcing and all that other stuff, so.
B,
I'm thinking B.
Me too. I'll take B. Get on those hearts.
it makes sense if if East is not supporting partner and bidding one no trump saying they've got two.
Yeah, basically, it's,
It doesn't have hearts.
the key thing is, this is a penalty double,
Mhm.
and you have to recognize it as such. Like,
In a sense, it's
if
also
you had a
B.
takeout double,
Yeah.
you would do it over one heart.
Mhm.
East is not showing another suit here, right? So it can't be for the other two suits, right?
Right.
Now they're
Yeah.
bidding two hearts, and again, when you double, it's not because you found another ace, right?
Get on those hearts.
Yeah, basically you have to realize this isn't a penalty double because your partner passed the first time, means they don't have a hand where they're asking you to bid one of the other suits, but they would have done it the first time. And the other thing, and this is, and it's not like you would stop them from playing in two hearts on this auction, right? When you don't want to let them play in two hearts is when they have a fit, right? That's when you don't let them play in two hearts, when they have 8 or more hearts. Here, this, only one partner is bidding hearts. That's not a fit if only one partner is bidding them. There's a real good chance that this hand has how many hearts? 2, right? That's what they're gonna have most of the time.
Yeah.
Like occasionally, if you play forcing, you know, they might have
They might have
more.
three. They might have three.
Yeah, they might have 3, and they might be they might bid 3 hearts on the next bid, but a lot of times they'll just have 2, just like Doug said. They'll have 2 a lot of times, and sometimes, usually you don't rebid a 5-card suit as opener, but there are times when you do, because you don't always have a good bid to make, right? You gotta do the best you can. Sure.
Yes, on defense versus no trump, I wanna get this clarified. Should that have been a one no trump opener being 15 to 17, but you notice the person actually has 15, 16 points. So doubling could be, if it was an opener, saying I've got the same thing. So you can't use that, are you saying you should not use that as saying, hey, I got the same as 15 to 17?
Okay, they didn't open one in the truck, they opened
Right,
a part here.
right. So you can't use that to your partner saying after a one no trump, I have. On our defense card, we say double after a no trump.
Yeah. Well, you could, that's a matter of partnership agreement what double after no trump means. It used to mean what you were saying, the same as them, but very few people play that anymore.
Was that right? I can understand why.
Yeah, sure.
Well, because, and the
Cheryl,
reason they don't is it
Cheryl,
doesn't
The
come up
one,
that
the
much.
one though in this case is a response bid.
Right,
not
I knew it,
not an
like
opener.
probably 6 to 10, but I
Yeah.
didn't know if that was something you could use if you wanna tell your partner you got the
No, but the key thing,
good size hand.
this is a penalty double because one, they haven't found the fit. They're only bidding one suit. And if it was a takeout double, you should have done it up here.
Okay.
And because they bid a no trump, based on what they're playing, they could even have 0 hearts, right?
Yeah, we could have more hearts than them.
Yeah, because they could have, like if you're playing one no trump of 2 over 1, and you don't have spades, right? Say you only have 3 spades, which a lot of times is exactly what you'll have, is 3 spades. That's what you have most of the time, 3 spades, right? So if this hand doesn't have 4 spades, and it doesn't have an opening hand, they have to bid one no trump if you're playing 2 over 1. So there's a real good chance that, like Doug said, you have more hearts than them, and a doubles penalty, and your clue is your partner passed the first time, right? If your partner has a takeout double, you can't change your mind in the auction. Like it's either a takeout double or it's not. And here, when you double the second time, it's penalty. Okay, that was kind of a interesting quiz. I got that, by the way, from, if you want to read about it, Karen Walker, November 2022 is where that came from.
November 2022.
Yep. Okay, so much for the quiz, and what we'll do now is we'll move back to the convention card, and
Jeff?
There's something else interesting about the one that we did, B. B's also got controls and other suits, so it's not just that he's got a trump stack. He's also got a void or a singleton, and then he's got controls in the other 2 suits.
yeah,
He's got a good hand.
yeah, B is a really good hand, and if they end up in hearts, like you want to be able to hammer them. Okay, we'll just make a couple comments about the new convention card where we are.
Somebody didn't like that already in the bulletin.
Yeah, they had made a mistake in it, yeah.
Well, they said it's just font size 5, we can't read it, what I read.
And what I want to talk about is the 2 no trump opener. Talk about that a bit, and then we'll go. And the way to think about the no trump is they all fit, right? So you should memorize one of them at a time. Like if you open one no trump in standard, it's 15 to 17, right? Almost everybody does that. And what Marty Bergen says is, which you should mark on your convention card, is 14 plus to an average 17. What does that mean, 14 plus? Means I got another point somewhere, but it's not a high card point, right? It means I have a good 5-card suit, probably. That's common. If I have a good 5-card suit, I'm gonna add a point to that hand. Now I have 15. Or I might have a bunch of 10s, right? Like 10s, they're not always worth something, but when they're with other honors, like Queen Jack 10, right? That 10's worth something. Now, if you have a suit and it's 10-7, that 10 ain't worth anything, right? So, but it's still 15 to 17 points when you bid one no trump. If you bid one of something, and your partner bids one of something too, and now you jump to 2 no trump. Okay. How many points does that show?
18 to
12.
19?
18 to 19. You remember, you jumped to 2 now, right?
Opener jumps.
Over the
Oh,
one.
the opener jump,
Yeah,
okay,
yep.
got it.
So
I
this
didn't-
shows 18 to 19. What I'm showing is how all this stuff fits together.
Okay.
Like, so you don't have to memorize all the bids. So that's the 18 to 19. And again, I would do counting points the same way. If I have a good 5-card suit, I'm adding a point. If I have 2 useful 10s, I'll add a point. But I just don't count 10s, right? If I have a 10, if I have 10, 7, 3, I'm not adding a point for that 10, right?
No.
And so if I open 2 no trump, what is it? 20 to 21, and the same thing. It's really 19 plus to an average. Set 21. Because, well, I say average, if you have 21 high card points in a 5-card suit, you're too strong. That's like a 22-point hand. And a lot of times that'll cause you to miss a game or a slam because you underbid your hand. Sorry, that's what 2 no trump is on there. And typically people play Stamen and transfers over that. And the last thing I'll say today is there's a box there that says puppet. And
I don't like it.
if ever, well,
Well.
unless I'm told to, I never teach puppet because it won't make you a better player. And it's questionable whether it's useful or not. Like one of the authors in the Bridge Bulletin, Jerry Helms, he wrote in a relatively recent column, he hates puppet statement over 2 no trump. And so I don't think it should ever be taught to anybody unless they're bored with what they're doing and they'd like to learn something new. So we'll skip that, but
Yeah.
It cost me a bad board at the tournament playing puppet over 2 no. We should have been in 4 spades and we were 3 no, and everybody else was making 5 or 6 spades.
No.
yeah, it's a marginal bid, and some people like it, but when they teach it to the conventions that I teach are the ones that Larry Cohn recommends. Like 99% of what I'm telling you,
You didn't like that.
Larry Cohn, it's not on his list.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let you go. I'll see you next week.
Oh,
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Carol, take a